As per usual, YouTube is fucking with me and not wanting to let me upload certain videos. But anyway, I'm gonna say it again. I've already said it on my previous channel, I believe. Spirit keeps telling me that the ground is um, cursed here in Virginia, the entire state, not just Norfolk. It gives me like Pet Cemetery vibes whenever I hear it, right? But this morning, when I woke up, it was very aggressive, and I believe what it's trying to tell me is about the mass graves that I keep feeling. I feel like it's something to do with Mount Trashmore. Underneath Mount Trashmore, I believe, is the mass grave because from what I'm feeling spiritually and what I'm being shown is people, I'm literally seeing people take their firstborn children to that place. I'm seeing some people just discard them, some people just abandoning them, some people just unaliving them very forcefully, you know, just various different things, very disturbing. And it's been going on for many years. It's not new. So what they did was they started putting trash on top of it so that it'll always be coded as trash. But if you listen to the name Mount Trash More, Trash and More. Secondly, hold on. Okay, secondly, when I was younger, my grandma Brenda, first of all, we never called them grandma this and grandma that when we were younger. When I was in my teens, we started that. Brenda didn't want to be called Brenda anymore. She liked that I was calling my grandma Collins grandma. That was the grandma that I knew, that was the grandma that I was raised by, and she was just grandma. But at some point in time, Brenda got upset and jealous about that, and she wanted to be called grandma too. Girl, alright. Anyway, you want to be called grandma, but you ain't nobody's matriarch. You can't lead, you can't read, you can't. Girl, anyway. So, um, she used to always have this saying, and she would look me directly in my heart and soul every time she said it. She, like, if she felt that you were treating her wrongly or like you weren't doing what she wanted you to do, like let's say suppose she was like, hey, do something for me, you would say, well, I really can't do that right now, whatever the case would be. She would try to guilt trip you and say things like, well, you never know who God's angels are, when she specifically knew who God's angels were. She specifically was told, foretold, and all of that, that I was one of God's angels. And she intentionally still treated me the way that she did and allowed for the treatment that was happening to me. She also knew that her own child, Monica Therese Gay, was an angel. And yet she did her the way she did, which is why Monica had the conditions that she had. And Brenda used to always say that Monica was her punishment for having been a horrible fucking person. And I agree with her, though Monica is not a burden.